lining up. Robert has a question.
So, to follow up last week's question on the humidor, do you put the cigar in the humidor wrapped or unwrapped?
Great question. That is
Wrapped by
a
the cellophane, right?
loaded question. Yeah, the cellophane. That's what he's talking about. It's a loaded question because there's so many differences of opinion on this very subject. Now, I'm going to give you my opinion on it really quick. Andy has an opposing opinion, so, we won't hear from him.
What? I quit. That's it. I'm pulling up.
Yeah, we're starting our own new podcast.
That's right. Come on, girl.
LeafBenders.com.
No, for the most part, it is actually better for you to have it in the cellophane and put it in storage than it is to not. And let me just give you an example. Say you have a whole bunch of different cigars that you have in your humidor, like I do, right? Well, those are different tobaccos, those are different flavors, those are different tastes in each cigar.
Point
If
of
you have
order.
them next to each other. Hold on. Go
Those
ahead.
aren't your cigars. Those are Robert's.
Okay.
Dang.
So if you're storing Robert cigars like I do,
Call me out.
you have different ones. You have different flavors, different aromas, different everything, and they'll kind of start bleeding together if you have them in there for a long period of time. So some of your cigars will start tasting the same, even though they're completely different. You run that risk if you have them outside of the cellophane, right? But if you keep them inside the cellophane, it's a lot better. Another rule of thought on this is when it's in the cellophane and you're don't have a humidor that's kept at 70%, it's better to have it in the cellophane. It'll keep longer. It won't dry out as quick, and it's just better for the cigar. So those are two big points on it. So I think Andy has the opposing view on that one.
I don't know if it's an opposing view. I've always heard, I guess, more recently in the last, 10, 15 years, at this point it doesn't really matter. The cellophane was there, as you say, to maintain some of that humidification and freshness with the advent of the, newer technologies and newer fancy cellophane. They're a lot more permeable. Maybe that's the right word. I don't know. I don't do science. But they allow more moisture through, just similar to having the cellophane off. Minor, in my humidor, it's kind of 50-50. Just depends on when I get the cigar, if it had cellophane on it to start with. I don't pretend to tell anybody either way. It's more of a personal decision, but I prefer
Deeply
mine
personal.
deeply personal. I prefer mine without. And yeah,
No.
I think the concept of having flavors marry and mingle, with multiple types of cigars in your humidor isn't a bad thing.
No, it isn't necessarily a bad thing, but if you're a person not like us, because we don't do very flavored cigars, but if you put your vanilla cigars in there with your regular cigars with everything else, you're going to mix that, and everything's going to start tasting the same.
Honestly, if I have flavored cigars, my flavored cigars are going in a whole other damn box because I don't want that shit anywhere near my good cigars.
And that's the point I'm getting at with the, it's better to have the cellophane on it to do that. But there's also another part where if you're going to have something and you're going to store it for a long time, take it out of the cellophane.
Totally. I've got cigars in my humidor that are 12 years old.
Yeah. Take them out of the cellophane. It's going to do much better over a long period of time out of the cellophane than it is inside the cellophane. Now, if you're just a casual smoker and you just buy to smoke like within a few days, leave it in the cellophane, throw it in the box, don't even worry about it.
Wait, cigars are supposed to last more than a couple of weeks?
Not
Depends
always
on the person, I
3 or
guess.
4 cigars a day, brother.
Just one a day.
So
Yeah.
I've got
One when you're
some
sick.
opinions on the cellophane stuff. I generally leave the cellophane on because of laziness, but it's there from what I understand as like to protect the cigar during shipping. And a lot of times I don't smoke the cigars at my house. I'm going to take them to like my favorite, restaurant patio or friend's patio or something and have it there. And I'm just kind of trying to protect the cigar a little bit, usually with the cellophane on it. The other thing I'd kind of heard, and one of the reasons why I leave the cellophane on, is my humidor does not like store much moisture on its own. It's plastic. It's a Pelican case. So because of that, I think that the moisture is going to leave the cigar slower. It's also going to enter the cigar slower. But I think it maintains a little bit of better humidity in my humidor because it's not as quickly leaving the humidor when I open it.
Yeah, that's another thing to factor in. If you open and close your humidor a lot,
yeah,
it's going to be a lot better for you to keep it in the cellophane.
But the main reason is that I'm moderately lazy when it comes to the cellophane.
I mean, that's a valid reason.
That's honesty.
Yeah.
There you go. So I hope that answers your question.
That's a good question.
All right.